Hey everybody, I'm sorry I've been gone. It's been a hot minute. Try to relax the month of August, get ready back for work, get the squirrels together, get some things going. Today I'm drinking a truly hard lemonade. It is a watermelon lemonade. It is a new one for me. I don't think I've ever had this. Got my Violent Gentleman glass. We're ready to go. Kicking off September with the same old nonsense. Here we go. Let's give some more money to Ukraine. Let's just keep giving money to Ukraine. This time, Zelensky threatened the United States by saying, we're not having elections unless the United States keeps giving us money. Well, my thought on that is, no elections. Too bad. Joe's thought was, yeah, let's give him some more money. You know, Joe, you're the same old dementia Joe that is pushing the Senate and both houses to get a bill together to extend so the government doesn't shut down September 30th. I got an idea now. I'm just spitballing here, Joe. I'm not that bright. Ask my wife. She'll tell you every time. Not that bright. However, maybe using some of those billions on the water in Mississippi and Louisiana and Michigan, give those people some clean drinking water and teacher shortages down south, maybe some incentive programs that the government can fund. I mean, I don't know, just spitballing. How about American tax dollars working for Americans, Joe? How about that novel idea? I'm not even an elected official. I'm just some guy having a drink getting angry at the American officials. But Joe's been very busy the last month. He met with the leader of Ecuador, and guess what? In his community, they called him Latin Joe. He was out there with the sombrero, eating tacos, taking a siesta with all the other Latinos in his community. That was in between the time he spent with the Italians, the Greeks, the Polish. Once again, Joe has got the most diverse community or the most stories of anybody. I really think it's the stories because then he goes down to Maui. And he talks about the fire, which is horrible. I'm a little concerned about these fires. As the Democrats keep talking about the world is too overpopulated, we're having more and more of these fires with people dying. Just saying, looks a little weird. So he goes down there, talks to the people of Maui about what they lost, and he told, well, one time, my house almost burned down, and I almost lost my cat and my Corvette. Joe is a storyteller. He's got more stories than Aesop, more stories than Dr. Seuss, more stories than Brothers Grimm. He writes more stories than Marvel, Disney, everybody created. Everybody. Joe's got a story for everything. Or he's just full of shit. I mean, his handlers just keep giving him stories. I mean, we fact-check this stuff, Joe. Everybody thinks you're a lying or old dementia fool, but I said it before. You may believe it because you forgot what happened all those years ago. Like when you said you had to get Strom Thurmond to vote on the civil rights bill. Joe, that was like in 67. You weren't in Congress. You were like 21, 22 years old. And here's the kick in the ass. Strom voted no, Joe. So your fact check is for you. Didn't even check the facts, Joe. But just keep feeding the liberals and Democrats little talking points because we're going to get you running again. We're going to prop you up like a puppet and we're going to have your strings when and control everything you do. But you know what? There are sane people out here who see what's going on. I mean, I'm sick and tired of both parties. Trump too. I'm sick and tired of everything that goes on. Can we just say that the two-party system is an abject failure? Flush it trying to get down the drain and let's get some people in here really going to affect some change. Really. These liberals are too much. They continue to use trans and LGBT for everything. But one of their favorite things to do right now is that every time there's a sexual abuse in the church, they put it up there. It's not drag queens, it's not LGBT, it's the Catholic priests. But then in the next breath, they talk about how Joe's a good Catholic, goes to church all the time. Something about that's a little weird, considering Joe's always sniffing kids' hair. I don't know, just saying. Just an Angry Mac observation. I'm just connecting some dots. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I'm angry or happy. I can't figure out if I'm coming or going. I don't know. Now, I don't know what's going on. But Disney, what the hell happened to Disney? There used to be a time where the Disney princesses were these beautiful young women. Yeah, I know they were cartoons. And it was a love story about finding the prince and finding happiness. Even a little self-discovery. But the moral of the story, happy endings. Now down in the Magic Kingdom, Magic is a dude dressing up as Snow White, taking pictures with young girls. I mean, it is creepy, it is weird, and it is insane. It is absolutely insane. Who are these fools doing this? I can't understand. They bought into this whole trans act. They bought into the whole thing. There's a trans influencer, some dude, and he said, oh no, I'm a woman. And what did he call it? He said that his penis is a princess wand. Yeah, go figure. Now listen, I gotta tell you something too. For the guy out there who was on Dr. Phil or whatever and said he's not gay, but his girlfriend has a penis, I mean, can somebody tell him? Can somebody tell him? First of all, girlfriends do not have penises. And if you're attracted to the penis and you're a man, you're gay. Nothing wrong with being gay. But come on. It's 2023. Come out of the closet. You like a penis? Nobody's going to knock you for it. Go like the penis. Be who you are. But stop lying to the world and to yourself. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Same show. There were trans women on. It said, they needed to remind Phil. They needed to remind Phil that not all lesbians are women. What are they? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not men. I don't even understand. Again, where are my lesbians? Where are my feminists rallying against these people? It doesn't make any sense to me. They're coming for women. They've been coming for women for years now. When are women going to fight back? I can't fight back for you, allegedly, because I have a penis. That's weird how that works. If I have a penis, I can't have an opinion about a woman. But if I said I'm a woman and I have a penis, I can say whatever I want. I don't understand. Once again, not that bright. But I'm smarter than Gen Z. Gen Z, as I said before, should be called Gen Stupidity, Gen Moronicky, Gen, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Their new move to support women in birth control, now that the abortion thing is a problem, because, you can't use abortion as birth control anymore. They got a problem with this. But their new method of birth control is vasectomy. So it can be reversed. It can be reversed. But it's only 80% successful. Wait till those 20% figure it out that it ain't going to happen. But we may be better off. The less procreation of liberals we have, the less procreation of mental illness we have, we'll all be better off. It's just absolutely insane. But to go back to the Gen Z stupidity, there was a court case a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, I just read about it, where there was a Gen Z fired because she was late every day. She was late. She was late like 37 times in 3 months, and she got fired. And she went to court and said she had time blindness. Time blindness. To excuse her latenesses. Where is she getting the money to the court? Who's taking this case? Thank God she lost. Thank God there was a judge said, get out of here. Time blindness. I don't know. Get yourself a wristwatch that announces the time. And then when you're going to tell me you're time deaf also? You dumbass. And again, I get back to Trump. I can't listen to it anymore. I can't listen to this nonsense about Trump. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, Trump was just indicted again for leaving Kevin home alone. Talking about a fair trial, the man's never going to find a fair trial. Never going to find a fair trial. You're never going to find a group of his peers, first of all. And you're never going to find a balanced jury because there are people for and against. The country is pretty damn split. But we need new leadership from everybody. I say, write an Angry Mac. Angry Mac could do it. I'm even going to go Angry Mac and Beetlejuice. I picked the beat, man. Forget about it. We've run this country for some sanity. And Beetlejuice is sane compared to the politicians we have right now. Anybody want to listen to a good TikToker right now, go on YouTube. All the old Howard Stern staffers are talking, and Howard really turned, man. I don't know what happened to him, but he turned. It's a shame. It's a real shame. What's an angry Mac without a Kamala quote? The other day she got up in front of everybody and she's talking about banks and she said, community banks. Those are the banks in your community. Really, Kamala? Water's wet, snow's white, the sun is yellow. What else are you going to tell us? This is our vice president and her words of wisdom and knowledge. Community banks are in your community. Can you imagine that? I don't understand. I don't understand. Now, here's some things that I saw over the last month that really just amazed me. I went into the local lotto stores, picking some cards up, and there was an angry woman there, angry than Angry Mac. I know she's drunk, but she was an angry woman. She was being very rude to the girl who was working the lotto machine. And the girl working the lotto, she was a little younger, and she finally had enough. And she said, you know what? You may want to stop eating. Your face looks pregnant. I almost pissed my pants. One of the greatest lines ever. The old pregnant-faced fat lady walked out of the place. She didn't even buy a lotto. I think she had just everything left there. And the girl started crying. I felt bad for her. What are you rude to children for? Now stop being rude. But better than that. I'm at the pool swimming. Now, I'm not a big fat guy anymore. I'm a medium fat guy. So I swam all summer, and one day I go in there, and there was a Muslim family. I know they're Muslim because the woman wore the burqa. She wore the whole outfit. So they had two little squirrels. One was going off the diving board. The dad's watching, proud, cheering his kid on. The other one's got a little squirrel, probably about 2 years old. Well, that little squirrel and mom were watching the diving too, and that little squirrel tumbled into the water. That burqa-wearing mom jumped in and saved that little kid, which is impressive on its own. Before the lifeguards got involved, before the whistle went off, she came out of that pool, and the headdress didn't come off. It remained fixed to her head. I am very impressed with the headdress. It didn't move. Can you imagine that? Good for that woman, though. I was swimming my laps. I would have helped, but she was that quick, man. Quicker than anybody I've ever seen. Here's another one. Down in Cape Town, a couple had a set of twins. A white couple had a set of twins. The twins were black. A little confusing to the general folk like you and I. But they said to the husband, what do you think of this? He goes, well, it's God's will. She would never cheat on me. They're my children. God's will? It was God's will to give two white folk two black babies? Somebody needs to explain this guy how it works. That's not how it works. There was no immaculate conception. He said, my wife would never cheat on me. I trust her. Maybe you're a little confused. I don't know. But it even gets better. Out in Wisconsin, I think it was Wisconsin, it was a big article, big story in the paper with these two young kids. And they said, quote, the abortion ban made us teen parents. They must have missed that day in health class. The abortion ban didn't make you teen parents. Having sex made you teen parents. Just saying, once again, just saying. Oh, last, to get back to Biden for a second, his regime is only recommending 2 beers per week. So all my friends drinking beer, not listening to Joe. Now listen, go find your loved ones. I say it all the time. I'm still here, thankfully. My loved ones in my immediate are still here. Go find them. Find your people. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them. Tell them you love them. Tomorrow's not given. I had a long conversation about this with somebody just this morning. Find them, kiss them, hug them, hold them, but most of all, tell them. All right, man. I will be back every week now. Love you guys. Cheers.